Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got Bert, the Hitman, the Bert, the Hurt over there, guys, and Lanny, the Dividend Diplomats, the best dividend investing channel on all of social media. And guys, I finally looked at my dividend portfolio and walked away from two stocks that I held. Finally exited two positions that I've been talking about week in, week out. It's been on my mind every single day. I finally took the exit off this highway.
Smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Holler at your boys, the Dividend Diplomats, as we both are pursuing financial freedom relentlessly. Lanny talked about this a couple weeks ago. We hyped up. There was a move that he had been wanting to make. There have been two dividend stocks he wanted to kick to the curb. He wanted to take the money, shine it up real nice, and stick it straight up his portfolios. You know what, everybody. And he did just that. He still found a way to grow his passive income. He found a way to do it in a very tax advantaged way. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and guys, not to beat a dead horse, but we're dividend investors. A lot of us are long-term investors, buy and hold investors by nature. So it's pretty uncommon to sell and exit a stock, guys. But we've been talking about a lot on our channel. If you've paid attention here in 2024, I've exited more stocks than I have in the previous 13 plus years of investing. This year alone has been a big year of me exiting stock positions, some that are small, some that don't make sense, some that aren't even dividend stocks. Well, I've been talking a lot about 3M Company and Warner Brothers Discovery. I even hinted that, hey, if 3M ever hits 140, I'll probably exit at around that, standpoint. Because again, taking a step back, Bert exited this one stock. I exited this one stock called West Rock through a merger, WRK. It was a, cardboard paper type company. And, I was still sitting on a net realized gain of about $1,100 that I needed to offset, that I wanted to offset. And Warner Brothers Discovery has always been staring at me in the eye, just being some dead asset on my balance sheet because it doesn't even pay a dividend and price is terrible.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. So with that, let's talk through the numbers here. So how many you had a certain number of 3M shares, certain number of Warner Brothers Discovery. How many shares did you have of each? What were the proceeds, and what was the tax component of this? Because if you were trying to set off offset an $1,100 capital gain with WestRock, you had to do something, right? Or else you wouldn't have teased it just a bit ago.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny part. So we're filming this September 26th, about 11 o'clock at night. September 25th on a Wednesday, I actually was trying to sell 3M shares because it was in like this 138-ish range. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to exit now. And for some reason, I was trying to put the limit order in, but it never hit where they actually were at. So I was like, dang it, I missed my chance to exit 3M on Wednesday at 138 and change. And then Thursday morning came around, 3M crossed $140. I was having trouble with my Ally account because they have so many issues getting to the investment side. I don't even talk about it. So I executed it actually from my phone. Usually I do all this from a computer. So I had to bust out the phone because the computer was giving me problems. You were next to me, you'd have been like, oh my gosh, what's going on with this guy? So put in the limit to sell at 140, sold out of my 36 shares of 3M at $140 a share, crossed $5,040 in proceeds from 3M, which is insane to even say. They produced $100 in dividend income, $100.80. Even with that sale, I actually recorded a realized gain of about $493.10 from selling 3M. But my whole indication was if I was selling 3M, I'm selling WBD with it. I wanted to do it all in one swoop, just to do the scissor, clean cut, Bert. So to answer your full question, I had 67 shares of Warner Brothers Discovery. So not only was I trying to sell 3M, on the Wednesday, but I was like, okay, I just need to be ready to also dump WBD. Again, glad I didn't because I think I captured an extra, maybe $100 total of value waiting one more day. And obviously, there's going to be more value ahead that I'll miss out on, quote unquote, but I'm doing much better mentally and for my portfolio on a long term basis here. But sold 67 shares of Warner Brothers Discovery. That exit price was $8.42. 564 whopping dollars in proceeds. $0 in income was lost there. But it had a nice $1,590 long-term capital loss on that sale.
Yeah, so it's interesting that how how the cost basis were allocated when Warner Brothers split from AT&T. Obviously, that whatever the split was, however it was calculated, is always going to be a mystery. But it was really beneficial to you because it allowed you to capture a massive loss here and not only well exceed the $493 gain that you have from 3M, in total, you with this move, with that loss, you had a net loss of $1,096.97, which allowed you to almost fully offset that Westrock gain of $1,122.30. You're just paying capital gains tax on $25.33, which is not bad at all.
And, I think the capital gains that are even left there are probably from some of the covered call options
Mhm.
that are there. So that's
Yeah.
really that's what all of that is.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's how you can turn a loser that doesn't pay a dividend like Warner Brothers Discovery into some extracting some extra value for you by using it to offset gains and save yourself on some tax. That's a huge strategy that helps you out tremendously here.
yeah, I'm estimating on a conservative standpoint because it's probably more, but saving about $275 at least in federal state taxes on that sale, just by being able to net it against the gain that I had, guys. So really adding some great benefit come tax time. But I wanted to make sure I deployed it right away. And you've heard me hint on the channel many times where I would put it, multiple ways and avenues. Even in some of the interview channels that I've done here, guys, I've hinted at it. So I immediately took that $5,600 and invested it right away. First started out with actually Pack Car, ticker symbol PCAR. I redeployed it right away into Pack Car, buying 28 shares, at a price of about 99.71. Just wanted to put it out there. That gave me an additional $33.60 in income using just their normal dividend, not even thinking about the special dividends that they usually pay every single year. So used it for that. And then Bert, I was like, you know what? Because I feel like that's a really solid position now. I'm over 60 something shares. I've got a heavy position into Pack Car now, which is where I wanted it to be. But then you guys know I love Vanguard VYM, baby. It's been really reliable for me. It's been consistent on a modest, appreciation, modest dividend growth, modest dividend yield. Bought 22 more shares, dumped $2,800 from the sale in there, added just about $80 in forward income, Bert,
Yes.
from buying 22 more shares of Vanguard's VYM.
So in total between the two, not factoring in PACCAR's special dividend, is $113.46 added. You gave up $100.80 of dividend income from ditching 3M and Warner Brothers who didn't pay a dividend. So you added $12.66 of dividend income, not even factoring in those special dividends, which for PACCARs we've covered here on this channel multiple times. The special dividends are always larger than the regular dividend. So there is some nice dividend income coming here.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. And you can take a step back. Sure, I added net more dividends, but that wasn't even the goal. The goal was these two are two. Well, first the ETF. It's a sleep at night. I feel better about putting into something that's going to be less volatile than losing almost all of the value from Warner Brothers, going through lawsuits and dividend reductions with 3M. There's going to be not just appreciation possibly going forward, but growth on the dividend. Again, 3M historically, I mean, maybe they'll change it these next 20 years, and I hope they do. I hope all the 3M investors out there, this price goes to the moon and your dividend growth is in double digits. I hope that happens. Historically, it never has, ever since I own the stock. And, so I'm actually getting growth on both performance, I would think, and on the income side of the equation. I mean, PACCAR typically has a double-digit dividend increase on their normal dividend. As Bert hinted, that special dividend has just been very nice as of late. And then VYM's got 6 to 8% dividend growth typically every single year. So I'm getting my income to grow faster than zero from WBD, a reduction / maybe 1 to 2% from 3M that we've always seen.
Yeah. So everyone, let us know what you think of the move here. Are you pumped up like we are that Lanny finally made the move, got the positions, and he is done with the two companies
Done.
aided in his portfolio? Let us know in that comment section below. If
We
you
did
haven't,
it, guys.
yeah, we did it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a good old-fashioned thumbs up. And what do we need to tell the Diplomaniacs, Lanny?
To be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! No, that's not it. That's not it. Are you ready? No, that's not it. You're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.